Let's see what we got on the workbench today, boys. We got CM Punk, Trunks, check. We got Cesaro, updated AEW, all right. And we also got some Hitman. Da-na-na-na. That's right, my friends. All happening in today's video. Let's get it. Hey, it's Wrestling Hero Figs. Fix Up Day, probably my favorite activity when it comes to this whole hobby. This is where you get to recreate your own style from recent figures that whether Jazzwares made or Mattel. And they are all going to happen right now within this video. And first runner-up that I want to talk about is CM Punk. CM Punk, CM Punk. Now, we got the short trunks that we need to happen, right? We got the long tight design, which, you know what? For the very first figure release, sure, I'll take it. Let's get it. After all, it was his debut match. But the run and chase, which I believe it's the 1 in 3,000 CM Punk that's scheduled to be pumping out here on the shelves here within the next month, that is a whole fucking 30 days away. So today, we need to make that happen right now. And we got Stu Grayson that's going to help us out. So we're going to bring these two figures together to make the magic happen, give the tight look design to CM Punk, and make another AEW superstar relevant, right? That's what happened. Cesaro, he's like, yo, did you hear? What's that, man? I heard WHF is going to do them fix ski-up-skis for my AEW debut. And he's like, yeah, dude, Storm Collectibles, he had tagged you in it. So now we got to make it happen, man. Yeah, the short trunks on this, man. So it's going to be vice versa. So for CM Punk, instead of the long tights, we're going to give him the short looks that he's now currently wearing or what he wore in WWE. But over here, it's going to be a whole turnaround factor. So from short trunks to long tights, Bobby Lashley, now they can finally come to terms as yeah, man, now we can do it up. We're going to go ahead and torso crack this figure. We're going to put this part over here, that part over here, and it's all going to make sense once we're all done. Now, you guys have been waiting on this one probably ever since Elite Series 94 landed, but now we can finally make it happen, right? This ringside exclusive, this one, everyone's been trying to get their hands on. Matter of fact, Gizmo 305, I know this figure right here is on top of your list, so now we can finally talk about as to what we can do to hold us over until we finally get the Ultimate Edition Bret the Hitman Hart figure, and that, of course, being with these two, because otherwise it would have never came to be. I mean, think about it. The upcoming Ultimate Edition, I can guarantee you that it's going to be that gear that they end up releasing. So Mattel tested the water. They're like, Elite Series 94 will make the regular version over here, we'll make the chase over there, and then if people end up mixing together, which they know WHF was going to do it, if they like it, then we might go that route, which I can almost guarantee you, once we're done with this, once we tag Mattel, they're going to be like, yeah, man, did you guys see that? WHF finally made that gear that everyone's been talking about. So we're going to do it right here. And not only that, you guys, apart from all these custom figures that we're doing right here, we got my good brother, Ivy Custom Figgies, landing in with two top. Oh, man, this is going to be awesome. He did warn me. He's like, I heavily taped these. I know you hate the tape work, but once we get it open, it's going to be pure magic. We got to do all these figures first before we get to that, because, of course, man, Ivy's my good bro. He is the main event. Now, getting into Finn Balor, we finally need the update. And it's funny because I feel like the last toy reveal that we were talking about, we kind of mentioned how Elite Series 84 really didn't need anything. I mean, that was current as to what he was wearing, but now he's got the longer tight design, so we got to get right here, Figure Freak. Shout out to you, my bro, because that looked beautiful. We're going to mix these two together to make an updated Finn Balor. Yes, it'll be AEW, but who knows, man? I think once it's all said and done, I'm pretty sure the man will be AEW bound. Now, here it is, you guys. We finally got the Ruthless Aggression Batista, right? So now we got to get the Ultimate Edition. We got to make some things happen. We got to have these two figures come to peace, finally make amends and say, yeah, buddy, here we go. WHF landing in. Now we can finally do the stuff that we wanted to. So once I do this, you got to wait, man. You got to check it out. The other thing, too, I want to finally give Big Cass the long pant design, right? We haven't done it up, and I feel like this is long overdue. I would say well over half a year. And the other day, I was looking through my bin. I was like, you know what? I got a couple of Big Casses. Let's give them the pants. Let's make this happen. Let's get these going. Let's get all the torso cracks happening. And let's do the bada boom, bada bang. Here we go, my friends. Look in my eyes. What do you see? We see you, CM Punk. We see the cult of personality. Oh my goodness, this thing looks insane. And I gotta say, I am very pleased at the overall outcome. Like, check this out, you guys. 1 in 3,000, no longer a thing because CM Punk has finally brought the trunks. Who loves it? WHF loves it. And if the WHF fam does love this, drop a like. Let me know in the comments that you no longer need the 1 in 3,000 CM Punk, you guys. Now, I'm going to say, as far as from the knee pads down, it was actually a little bit easier right here on the Jazzwares versus the Mattel. Anytime that I've had to do any kind of knee swaps right there, from, I'd say, right here down, it's always been real difficult to get the peg in, but something about this plastic, it's really bendy once you start heating it up, and I'll tell you what, once you match it all together right there with Stu Hart's legs, this thing looks incredible, you guys. I am so pleased. Like, I was already happy to finally have this CM Punk in my collection, but having him in the short trunks look, this thing looks incredible, you guys. And as far as scale too, it is right there on the money. I'll get Cody Rhodes over here so you guys can get a good idea. So here is CM Punk. I would say right there at eye level. And one thing that I wanted to talk about this is just removing that jacket, you guys. It does wonders. Look at Cody. He's like, yeah, I can finally do my WWE promo. It's like, not yet, man. We don't got the short trunks. You got it now. So now we can finally celebrate. We can finally talk about CM Punk being the best figure of 2022, at least when it comes to Jazzwares. Mattel, we can talk a little bit later about that. Now, as far as right here, Mr. Cesaro can now make his AEW debut right here with the long tights. And I'll tell you what, you guys, something about that torso that came with the most recent, that thing had an excessive amount of adhesive. Like, luckily, I was still able to torso crack this without an issue. But normally when I put it, or when I piece it back together, there's like literally no seam, but we got a little bit of a seam going. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Now the fact that we got him updated right there within the AEW series. Not an AEW figure, but having the long trunks, this is really cool, you guys. Now, since we are talking about Jazzwares, we had to step out of a different realm because Figure Freak says, dude, nothing in Mattel that way, at least what we've gotten, you know, as far as figure releases so far, they've never pumped out that style of pants that he's wearing right now, which is kind of like the same thing right here that we did see with, was it Ortiz? It was one of the brothers right there, and I'll tell you what, this looks really clean, you guys. It's a very same ideal look as to what we're seeing right now in the main roster. And once you add the Mattel head scan with the jacket, you guys, this brings the whole figure together. I'm telling you, today's fix-ups, they are freaking bangers. Love it. And now right here, now we can do the excellence of execution in Ultimate Edition form. Well, not Ultimate, it's going to happen in the future, but in ringside exclusive form. So here's the older one, here's the new one. Main difference, as we did mention, it's going to be the hearts right here, as well as the knee pads. And I got to say, the shorter knee pads actually look a lot better versus what we're getting over here. The full-on pink, dude, it can now be celebrated. This is so, I'm telling you guys, today's fix-ups are just insane. I couldn't wait to get this one done up, and now having it all in the pink right here versus what we should have gotten right there. Hey, you know what? This, now, no lost cause whatsoever. I still think that the full-on black still works really good. Obviously, the whole purpose and reason behind it was to get the Bret the Hitman Hart figure in its all-pink theme. But regardless, that's looking really damn clean, you guys. So damn awesome. I love it. CM Punk, we still got to put you out front, bro, because this right here, this is the fix-ups of July. Are we in June? No, we're in July. There you go, Batista. Now we can do the sit-down powerbomb because the Ultimate Edition is going to be put on the shelf once he ends up landing right there with the Ultimate Edition head scan. And this figure was great, but once you add the whole mixture of it all, this brought it to a brand new scale. Love it, you guys. The head scan swap, not much of a fix-up, but a fix-up nonetheless. And we got to add it right there next to the Hitman, next to the Balor. And then the one thing I wanted to tell you too, that Hangman Page, you guys, I'm telling you, I kind of wanted to do like a WWE-inspired Dean Ambrose. And since we never got that final release that had that updated head scan from Mattel, I figured we go ahead and collaborate right there with the Jazzwares. Obviously, the belt buckle, it is awfully big, but if you want a WWE, late WWE Dean Ambrose, I would say this figure right here would definitely be it. Really freaking awesome to see that. Now, I'm going to tell you, that big cast, yeah, it didn't work out, you guys. The torso ended up cracking. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm going to have to find a different torso. If you guys know a different torso that we could use for big cast to put him in the long pants, please let me know in the comments, because as far as I'm seeing it, this is how this man's going to stand in my shelf. Look at him. What the hell are we doing? I'll tell you one thing we're not doing is waiting around right here for these insane customs. Now, shout out to my good brother, Wwe Custom Figgies. If you guys need any work done, you need to hit up this man, dude. He does great work. He's efficient. He actually has 3 more figures, 3 more customs that should be landing here on the channel. And once you guys do end up dropping by, you already know, man, that this man right here has been doing it. Really appreciate you guys. Here's all the links to all his channels. I'm also going to put it in the description below. So be sure to follow that man right here. Let's put it up top, and let's go ahead and slide out the very first Figgy, and that being Sable. That's right, you guys. We never got it with Jax. We never got it with Mattel. Actually, we might never get it, period. So, fact that we got it right now. Oh, here's a little sticker, too. Oh, dude, this is awesome. Definitely putting that in the crowd right there. But here she is, man. The beautiful Sable, all done. And I gotta say, this right here looks incredible. The head scan, down to a T. I mean, there was really nothing that they could have gone based off, because as we did mention, Jax never made her. So having this right here sculpted, I can't remember the guy. He put it in the description when we were talking about like the whole parts interchanging, but I gotta say the whole high gloss finish on the actual tight design, this looks amazing, you guys. I really love it. There was a lot of figures involved to make these customs, and I gotta tell you, it was worth the wait and totally freaking nice to finally add this to my Attitude Era collection, you guys. And there is one more, don't worry. We need Tajiri. Oh, dude, this guy, oh my gosh, this looks so amazing. Like, when he sent me pictures, and once it was all done up, I mean, yeah, I saw how good it was, but little did I know that it was going to turn out this good. I mean, check this out. The elbow pads, the wrist straps. This isn't painted on, my friends. No, this is the way that Mattel should be doing the figures. I mean, look at this. All the designs, no decals involved. There might be some, but for the most part, I think there was a lot of painting involved, especially when it comes down to like the flame work design. Right here, you got the belt wrapping all the way around. It meets together on the back end. The head scan too, you guys, when it came to Jax, they were never able to execute a good Tajiri figure, but I think this one right here, oh yeah, now we can definitely do the buzzsaw kick, and we can do, whether it's Attitude Era, whether it's ECW figure display, this guy can drop it right there on Big K. It's like, oh, Tajiri kick, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, man, I'm telling you, today's Figgies, it was insane. We got the Hitman done. We got CM Punk. We got Balor done up, Batista, yeah, it's just a head swap, but these two right here, Wwe Custom Figgies, go check them out, man. I'm going to put a link in the description, so definitely go check it out. Give me your thoughts, too. Let me know what your best custom was of today's video. I got to lean towards that Tajiri, you guys. That one is definitely a piece, and I can't wait to put that on the display. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, man, some GTS love. Come here, Tajiri.